Bangladesh. And the violence, the instability that we're looking at in Bangladesh following protests after the death of prominent student leader Sharif Osman Hadi, and then the lynching of a Hindu Dipu Chandra, the country's chief advisor, Professor Muhammad Yunus, expressed his commitment to hold general elections on the 12th of February, as was announced earlier. The situation, though limping towards normalcy, remains uncertain. Yunus made the commitment during a telephonic conversation with Sergio Gor, the U.S. Special Envoy for South and Central Asia. Both of them spoke for about half an hour, discussing trade and tariffs, the upcoming general elections, and the killing of Sharif Osman Hadi. India Today is the only Indian channel right now on the ground, on ground zero. Our reporter Ashutosh Mishra traveled through the Old Dhaka area where preparations have begun for the upcoming general elections to be held on the 12th of February. The country is also set to welcome 60-year-old Tarique Rahman, acting chairperson of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, that's BNP, and son of former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia.
I am now in the Old Dhaka area, and this totally looks cleared up with the banner posters about the candidates, and several these stages have been prepared not only for the arrival of Tarique Rahman, but at the same time the candidates who are contesting from the different seats of Bangladesh. Has around 1.5 months left for the general elections and the voting for the referendum. That Old Dhaka is absolutely turning political and wearing a political vibe.
Now, Tarique Rahman, son of former Premier of Bangladesh, Khaleda Zia, has been in exile or self-imposed exile in London for 18 years and is set to land in Dhaka on the 25th of December. Amidst the political chaos and critical physical condition of Khaleda Zia, the return of Rahman is being seen by the party as a relief and a lifeline. A retired brigadier general has been appointed chief security officer to oversee overall security arrangements for both Khaleda Zia and Tarique Rahman. Opinion polls say that the BNP is the front runner. A December poll by a US-based nonprofit, the International Republican Institute, shows the BNP leading with 30% support, followed by the Jamaat-e-Islami at 26%. Of course, Awami League is not present and may not be fighting these elections. The NCP, which aims to contest all 300 seats, in third place with support of just 6%. A survey by the Pratham Alo newspaper found that 47% of respondents believe that Tarique Rahman will be the next Prime Minister of Bangladesh.
Our leader Tarique Rahman had to stay out of the country in the national interest because he's popular and established leader. It was necessary for him to stay away, and it's time now for him to return. Once he returns, he will lead our democratic movement. If people choose BNP and its leadership in the coming elections, Tarique Rahman will accept the role to uphold the country's sovereignty, freedom and democracy. We will build good relations with our neighbors and uphold our rights in global platforms. He will work for the good of the people and the country, and that's what his politics stands for.
And our reporter Ashutosh Mishra is in Dhaka. India Today is the only Indian channel right now on the ground reporting from Dhaka, where violence ensues. Ashutosh, thank you so much for joining us. Now, we've seen your dispatches, but despite condemnation from Yunus government, fresh attacks continue. What is the ground assessment there? And is Dhaka doing anything to assure safety for the minorities and Indian diplomats?
Well, clearly something that is the biggest failure looks like at the Dr. Yunus administration is the containing the fundamentalists. And since 1.5 years, we have seen many of these pockets, not only talking about Dhaka, but Chittagong remains vulnerable, as we have seen one of the, in the remote areas of Chittagong, one Hindu family where they attacked, the house was burned, they somehow escaped. So the biggest failure at the moment looks like how Dr. Yunus and their administration has not been to assure the Hindus of the safety and security. In fact, the UN probe committee that was also formed, but eventually all of these efforts and nothing could work actually. But at the same time, we see all the assurances are only coming, looks like only a hollow, but when it comes to really providing and ensuring protection of the Bangladeshi national, primarily the Hindus, minority Hindus. That has remained only in the words as far as assurance is concerned. We see only and only the atrocities rising, and there is a number of such cases across Bangladesh, particularly in the remote areas.
Right. Ashutosh, protests in India and anti-India sentiments in Bangladesh. Are age-old ties with Bangladesh now at a break point?
Well, as far as ties between India and Bangladesh is concerned, that looks like soaring and perhaps all-time low. The way we are seeing the escalation, both the sides, war of words, the embassy shutting down their visa services, the protests escalating, be it the Bangladesh High Commission in New Delhi or the Indian High Commission in Dhaka, Rajshahi, Chittagong, and eventually the services being shut down. All the embassies are being protected heavily by the security force, both the sides. That looks like a diplomatic standoff has taken a quite high. In fact, I've been asking to the BNP leaders, as it is estimated that probably that will be the party will be coming to power in Bangladesh, and Tarique Rahman, who would be the next Prime Minister, that what will be the first challenge when it comes to restoring the Indo-Bangladesh relationship. The report says it will be mutual, it will be on consensus, it will be with the mutual respect of each other, and that remains. We'll have to see how they are going to, because once it is sore, and clearly when you have a catalyst factor of the fundamentalists, then you have the catalyst factor like ISI and Pakistan playing between the India-Pakistan relationship. So there are many such hurdles, and that looks like only will be possible when there is a new government formed after the elections, a democratic government, and then there will be something that will be initiated from both the sides.
Right. Ashutosh Mishra, thank you so much for joining us. We'll keep coming back to you for all the details and latest from Dhaka.